Hello students, today we will learn how to find unit place of any number and how to find last two places of any number. Let's have overview of this session. First of all, we will learn basics of units place and tens place. Then we will find some shortcut to find units place and tens place. Then you will have some typical questions. Then there will be some practice questions and the answer key. Before starting this topic, let us take a smaller example. Suppose my question is how to find the last two places for 2 raised to power 8. As we know that 2 raised to power 8, that is a manageable thing. We know that 2 raised to power 8 is nothing but 256. So what is the unit place here? That is 6. So what is the answer here? That is 6. But what if my question becomes 2 raised to power 28? Now, this is a huge power. So we need a shortcut to find the unit place of 2 raised to power 28. Now, as we know that 2 raised to power 1 is nothing but 2. 2 square, this is 4. 2 raised to power cube, that is 8. 2 raised to power 4, that is 16. But we are considering only unit place. That's why I am taking 6 only. Now come to 2 raised to power 5. What is 2 raised to power 5? That is 32. Once again, I am considering only unit place. That's why 2 I am taking. 2 raised to power 6, which is 64. Again I am taking 4. 2 raised to power 7, 128. It means the unit place is 8. 2 raised to power 8, that is 256. That's why I'll consider 6 only, and so on. Now, you can observe that there is a cycle going on. I mean, you are getting 2, 4, 8, 16 in the first column. In the second column, you are getting the same thing. If we continue further, for example, if I write 2 raised to power 9, 2 raised to power 9 is nothing but 512. Once again, this is ending in 2. 2 raised to power 10, which is 1024, it is ending in 4. 2 raised to power 11, 2048, ending in 8. 2 raised to power 12, 4096, ending in 6. Once again, we are getting the same cycle, which is 2, 4, 8, 6. So, what is the conclusion? That whenever you want to find any power of 2 and you want to find unit place, so my cycle becomes 2, 4, 8, 6. Once again 2, 4, 8, 6, 2, 4, 8, 6. It means I'm getting a cycle of 4. After every 4 steps, there will be a repetition. That is the meaning of the cycle. Or we can say cyclicity for 2 raised to power n is 4. So, if we take n as 1, we'll get unit place as 2. If we take 2, we'll get unit place as 4. N is 3, then 8, 4, then 6, 5, then 2, 6, then 4, 7, then 8, 8, then 6, and so on. Now, we can generalize this fact. Now, my question was, what is the unit place of 2 raised to power 28? As I know that the cycle is 2, 4, 8, 6, and at a multiple of 4, if the power is a multiple of 4, the unit place will always be 6. Now you can see this power 28, which is obviously a multiple of 4. That's why in this case as well, what will be the unit place? It will be 6 only. Once again, let us take 2 raised to power, say 75. We want to find unit place of 2 raised to power 75. Suppose Once again, I'm writing the cycle. My cycle was 2, 4, 8, 6, and so on. What is the cyclicity of 2? Once again, this is 4. So, if we want to find 2 raised to power 75, we'll just take the power, we'll divide it by 4, because we know that after every 4 steps, we are getting a repetition. We are getting a cycle of 4. If we take 75 by 4, what is the remainder I am getting here? That is 3. It means before 75, what is the multiple of 4? That is 72. It means 2 raised to power 72 will end in 6. 2 raised to power 73 will end in 2. 2 raised to power 74 will end in 4. And 2 raised to power 75, that will end in 8. So, what is the answer in this case? It will be 8. Now, once again, we'll just apply the shortcut here. Simply, suppose we have 2 raised to power 101 and we want to find the unit place of this number. Simply, we will take its power, which is 101 here. We'll divide it by 4. We know that what is the remainder we are getting? That is 1 only. We'll just take the remainder, which is 1 in this case. So what is the answer? That will be the first place of this cycle. What is the cycle here? That is 2, 4, 8, 6. Since we are getting 1 remainder, we'll take 2 as the unit place. Now what if my question is 2 raised to power 102? Once again, we'll take the power, we'll divide it by 4. Since we are getting 2 as the remainder, so second place, second number of the cycle will be the answer. What was the cycle? It was 2, 4, 8, 6. What will be the second place of that? That was 4. That's why what is the answer in this case? It will be 4. I think the concept is clear now. Now let us move to questions. The very first question is, find the unit place of 32 raised to power 43. Since we know that we are finding unit place, so this 3 of no use. So my question will become simply 2 raised to power 43. As we know, in case of 2, as we have discussed earlier, what is the cycle of 2? This is 2, 4, 8, 6. I mean, we are getting a cyclicity of 4. So, simply we will take the power, which is 43 in this case. We'll divide it by 4. We will leave the quotient. We'll take the remainder, which is 3 in this case. So, now we will take the third number at the cycle. What was the cycle? It was 2, 4, 8, 6. That's why this 2 is at first place. This 4 is at second place. This 8 as at third place. That's why what is the answer here? That will be 8 only. Let us move further. Now, we want to find unit place of 77 raised to power 105. Now, once again, the 7 at the tens place, that is of no use. We will scrap that. So, my question become unit place of 7 raised to power 105, that is required. Okay. Now, we will find the cyclicity for 7. As we know that 7 raised to power 1 is 7. 7 square, which is 49. I'm taking only the unit place. 7 cube, that is 343. 3 I am taking. 7 raised to power 4, 2401. Again, it is ending in 1. If you take 7 raised to power 5, you will get 7 once again, and so on. So, in this case, what is the cyclicity? This is 7931, or we can say that we are getting a cyclicity of 4. So, once again, we'll take the power, which is 105 here. We'll divide it by 4. we are getting 1 as the remainder. So what will be my answer? It will be the first place of the cyclicity, the first number of the cyclicity, and this is 7 only. That's why what is the answer? This is 7. Now this is a difficult question. It says find unit place of 7 raised to power 44 raised to power 43. Now as we have discussed cycle of 7 in the previous question, and it was 7, 9, 3, 1. It means we are getting a cyclicity of 4. So simply we will take the power, which is 44 raised to power 43. We will divide it by 4, which is the cyclicity here. As you can see simply that 44 is exactly divisible by 4. So simply we can take that this is nothing but 4's multiple. And as we know, whenever we are getting a multiple of 4 in the power, what will be the answer? It will be 1. So what is the answer in this case? It will be 1 always. Now move to next question. It says find the unit place of 3 raised to power 42 raised to power 44. Now what is a cycle for 3? This is 3, 9, 7 and 1. Again we are getting a cyclicity of 4. Now we will take the power, which is 42 raised to power 44. We'll divide it by 4 and we will find the remainder. Now as you can see, 42 can be written as 2 raised to power 44 into 21 raised to power 44. And we want to divide it by 4. Now as you can see that we are getting a 2 raised to power 44 in the numerator. Obviously we can take out a 4 from that. So what will be the remainder here? 0. Because the numerator is exactly divisible by 4. Since we are getting 2 raised to power 44, of course that is exactly divisible by 4, because 4 is nothing but 2 square. So what is the remainder I am getting here? 0. Or I can say that the power is multiple of 4. So whenever we are getting a power of multiple of 4, so what will be the answer here? It will be the last place of the cyclicity, which is 1 in this case. So what is the answer? 1 will be the answer in this case. Let us move to next question. It says 8 raised to power 43 raised to power 43. Before solving this power, let us write the cycle for 8. 8 cycle is 8, 4, 2, 6. Once again we are getting a cycle of 4. So simply we will take the power, which is 43 raised to power 43. We'll divide it by 4 and we want to know the remainder. Now 43 when divided by 4, that is the application of remainder. I'm writing the negative remainder here, which is minus 1 raised to power 43 divided by 4. You can also apply cyclicity of remainder here. Now minus 1 raised to power 43 is what? Minus 1 only. When you divide it by 4, of course to make it positive, we will add up the divisor. So what is the thing I am getting? What is the remainder I am getting? That is 3. So what will be the answer? That will be the third number in the cyclicity of 8. And what is the third number here? It is 2. So what is the answer in this case? It will be 2. So let us write cyclicity of every number in case of 2 raised to power n, or 3 raised to power n, or 7 raised to power n, or 8 raised to power n. What is the cyclicity? Cyclicity is 4 always, and cycles are different here. Only cyclicity of 4 is common to all of them, but all the cycles are different. For example, for 2, the cycle is 2, 4, 8, 6. For 3, it is 3, 9, 7, 1. For 7, this is 7, 9, 3, 1. And for 8, this is 8, 4, 2, 6. So these are the cyclicities. These are the cycles for 2, 3, 7, 8. Now come to cycles of 4 raised to power n and 9 raised to power n. Here the cyclicity is of 2. It means whenever you have any question based on these two numbers, you will divide the power by 2. And the same procedure you will follow. What is the cycle of 4? This is 4, 6. And what is the cycle of 9? This is 9 and 1. Now come to the remaining numbers, and they are 1, 5, 6 and 0. Whenever you have these many numbers, here the cyclicity is 1. It means whenever you have 5 raised to power anything, it will always end in 5. 6 raised to power anything will always end in 6, and similar is the logic for 1 and 0. So that was the crux of the discussion. Now come to the next concept, which is known as last two places. Now we will try to find tens place as well. Before coming to questions, let us write some shortcuts. Whenever you have 2 raised to power 10 into even number, it will always end in 76. Second shortcut, whenever you have 2 raised to power 10 into odd number, it will always end in 24. If your number is ending with 1 and your power is ending with B, and before 1 you have A, of course the unit place will be 1 always, and the tens place will be the AB, the last place of AB I mean. That is the application of binomial. Now come to if any number is ending with 5. Now if before 5 we have an odd number and in power we have an odd number, then your number will always end in 75 and it will end in 25 otherwise. What do you mean by otherwise? It means if you have even number in at least one of the places, then you will have the number which is ending in 25. These are some shortcuts we will apply to find the questions now. Let us take smaller examples to understand that. The very first thing, suppose my question is 2 raised to power 240 and we want to find the last two places. Of course, 2 raised to power 240, which can be written as 24 into 10. I mean 10 into even number, because 24 is an even number. So my number will end in 76. Straightways we can do that. Now coming to second logic, suppose my number is 2 raised to power 170 here. Now of course, as you can see that 170 can be written as 17 into 10. Since this 17 is an odd number, that's why my number will end in 24 always. Now coming to the third thing, suppose number is 71 raised to power 123 and we want to find the last two places. Of course you can manage this, that this number will end in 1 always. Now we will take this 7 which is before 1 and we will take the last number of the power, which is 3 here. Now we will multiply these two digits. We will take 7 into 3, which is 21. We will take 1 of 21. The last place of the multiplication, which is 1 here. So it will end in 11 only. Now coming to fourth, suppose you have 65 raised to power say 125 and we want to find last two places. Of course you can see that the power is odd here, but before 5 we have an even number. That's why this will fall in the second category of the fourth shortcut. So what will be the answer here? It will be 25 only. So these were some basic questions based on these shortcuts. Let us move to advanced question. Now let us move to questions. Application of these shortcuts. Question number 6. Find last two places of 88 raised to power 76. Now this 88 raised to power 76, we don't have any shortcut for any number which is ending in 8. So we will try to break the base number which is 88. We can write this number as 8 into 11. Now we can write it as 8 raised to power 76 into 11 raised to power 76. Now this 8 can be written as 2 cube. So it becomes 2 raised to power 3 into 76 into 11 raised to power 76. So it comes out to be 2 raised to power 228 into 11 raised to power 76. Now this 2 raised to power 228 can be written as 2 raised to power 220 into 2 raised to power 8 into 11 raised to power 76. Now time to apply the shortcut here. First of all, I am taking this power 220. Since this 220 can be written as 22 into 10 and we know 22 is an even number. That's why it will end in 76. Now what is 2 raised to power 8? That is 256. So it is ending in 56. We will consider only the tens place and the unit place. Now the third shortcut, of course the unit place will be 1. We will take this 1 and this 6. We will multiply these two things and it comes out to be 6. So that is the answer in this case. Now you can apply Vedic maths here. One line multiplication. 76 into 56. Now we can apply Vedic maths here. 76 into 56. How to calculate this? In one line we will multiply. 6, 3 is carried forward. Now we will take the cross multiplication here, which comes out to be 75. So I am considering only 5. Since we were interested only in the last two places, so I am leaving it here. It is ending in 56 into 61. Once again, you can apply one line multiplication here. 6 into 1 is 6. Now the cross multiplication, this is 5 plus 36, which comes out to be 41. I'm leaving 4, I'm considering only 1 because we were interested only last two places. That's why what is the answer for this question? It will be 16. If you are not comfortable in one line multiplication, you can multiply it with the conventional method. Now come to the next question. Find last two places of 59 raised to power 27. Now 59 raised to power 27, it can be written as 59 raised to power 1, 59 raised to power 26. Now this 59 raised to power 26. As we know, 59 is ending in 9. If we take second power of 9, which comes out to be 81, so my number will end in 1, so that we can apply the third shortcut here. So I am considering the square of 59. So it becomes 59 square. whole raised to power 13. Now once again Vedic maths you can apply. 59, its square will be ending 81. If you know how to calculate all the squares by considering base 50. Since the surplus here is 9, that's why at the last two places, what will be the number? It will be 9 square, which is 81. So it becomes 81 raised to power 13, 59. Now, time to apply the shortcut. 1 as it is. We will take this 8 and this 3. We will multiply those, which comes out to be 41. Now, if you multiply that by using once again one line multiplication, 59 into 41. This is 9. Cross multiply 5 and 36, which comes out to be 41. So I'm considering only 1. So what is the answer in this case? It will be 19. Now the next question, very easy. Since my number is ending in 5 and before 5 we have an odd number, but in power we have an even number. So what will be the answer? It will be 25 always. What was the shortcut? If you have odd number at two places, before 5 and in the power, my number will end in 75. Otherwise, in every other case, it will be 25 only. So straightways I can write 25. That is the answer. Now come to next question. It is a difficult one. Find last two places of 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 2222. Now, in case of 2, we have only two shortcuts, and they are 2 raised to power 10 into odd number. If you have this form, my number will end in always 24. If you have this type, which is 10 into even number in the power, my number will end in 76 always. Now, we will try to exploit these two shortcuts only. So, my number was 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 2222. Now, I'll take the power, which is 2 raised to power 2222. If we find last two numbers of this number, now this number can be written as this thing. Now, the first expression can be written as 2 raised to power 222 into 10 into 2 square, that is carried forward. Now, we will apply the shortcut here. Since this 222 is an even number, it will end in 76 always. What is the shortcut I am using here? That is 2 raised to power 10 into even. Whenever you have this format, your number will end in 76 always. Now, this is 4. Now you can find the last two places. It will end in 0, 4. Now coming to original question, it was 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 22. Now we have calculated the power is ending in 0, 4. I mean, before 0, 4, suppose you have a number A. So my power is of this form A04. Again, we will apply the same shortcut here. The power can be written as A00 into 2 raised to power 4. Power can be written as A0 into 10 into 16 corresponding to 2 raised to power 4. Now, this is an even number, of course you can see, because my number is ending in 0 here. So, 76 for the first expression and 16 is carried forward. If we find last two places by multiplying this, either you can go by conventional multiplication or you can use one line multiplication, you will get 16 here. So this is the answer in this case. Now come to question number 10. Find last two places of 21 raised to power 50 minus 8. Now 21 raised to power 50 obviously that will end in 1. We will take this 2, we will take this 0, we will multiply them, we'll get a 0. It means the second last place will be 0, 1. It means this number 21 raised to power 50 will be a number which will end in 0, 1. And what was the question? We want to subtract 8. So if you subtract 8 from a number which is ending in 0, 1, you will get what? Of course, we cannot subtract 8 from 1. By using the concept of conventional subtraction, we will take a carry, which will leave 9 here and 11 here. What is 11 minus 8? 3. And we are left with 9. So what is the answer here? It will be 93 always. So that's it. Now these are some practice questions. And this is the answer key for all the questions. Now coming to learning from session, the crux of the whole session, cycle for unit place, cycle of 2, 3, 7, 8, that is 4 always. Cycle of 0, 1, 5, 6, that is 1 always. Cycle of 4 and 9, that is 2. Now, shortcut for last two places. Whenever you have 10 raised to power 2, 10 into even number, it will end in 76. Whenever you have 2 raised to power 10 into odd number, it will end in 24. If your number is ending in 1, before 1 we have A, and our power is ending with B. So the unit place will be 1 always, and the second last place will be AB. We will take the last place of AB. If your number is ending in 5, and before 5 we have A, and the last place of the power is B. If A and B, they both are odd, what is the answer? 75. Otherwise, in remaining 3 cases, we'll get 25. So that was all about unit place and tens place. Thank you so much.